Hold on.
Well, you're live, baby.
Why do you have your glasses on?
Because I'm going to see bruno-mars tomorrow.
Oh, get it, girl. That was a great surprise, by the way.
Technically, it's tickets for Sydney's 16th birthday. But somebody got to go with her, boo.
That's good. That's good. I like it.
It's going to have to be me.
24 karat badging in the air. You know my jam.
Yes.
Versace on the floor. I don't know how it goes.
You don't know how the song goes?
Sing it for me.
That's why I'm going.
Yes,
I'll be. My work friends are clowning me because they say, who's more excited, you or Sydney?
Yes. What's up, Venus? Hi, girls.
And
Lisa Dove, Washington.
The answer is I'm not as excited as Sydney.
No, Sydney is the most excited, and even though people think it's a grown thing, Sydney does enjoy Bruno-Mars. Yes.
So do you know what Steve said today was the best compliment ever?
What was it?
He didn't even know it. Steve Chenevieve, if you're out there in the world. He said, I was saying that, I was joking, you know me, because my Fox 5 family is like family.
It is family.
And so I said, I don't appreciate you all insinuating that I bought these tickets so I could go to Bruno-Mars. And you know what Steve said?
He said, what did he say?
He said, no, I know that you wouldn't buy it for yourself because you never do anything for yourself.
That's good. You're right.
I was like,
hey, James.
That made me feel so good.
That's true, baby.
Not to like blow my spot up, but he said, because the tickets, I'm not used to these ticket prices.
No.
These ticket prices today, like when I was going to concerts in our day,
yes,
no lie, we joke about this. We used to stand in the line at the Hecht Company with the Ticketmaster booth upstairs. Y'all remember this? And used to buy your tickets in line. So, like, when you wanted to go see Michael Jackson at the Capitol Center or wherever it was, I'm just throwing out a venue, you stood in the line, and the ticket was what it was. It was like $25.
Yep. Hey, Del Doggy.
Right? But now, these tickets get picked up by these other third-party people, whatever, and then they sell them. So, when I went to buy these tickets, I was like, say what now? But she does love him so much. It was like the perfect gift.
Perfect.
She'll never forget it.
Haven't seen the reaction? Go to Allison's Instagram. It's amazing.
But Steve is right.
Hey,
if I had to buy these tickets for me and you, we'd be sitting at home watching the live stream.
Yeah, we never go. We never do that, which is funny because we never really buy those kind of tickets for ourselves. But that's what being a parent is.
Right. So anyway,
hey Whitney Coleman.
Everybody, how's everybody? Everybody on, and we tried to start this earlier. What time is it? It's only 6:30. Hopefully you're home from work, you're chilling out, making dinner or whatever. We're not gonna mess with your primetime television viewing, but we have a lot to talk about.
Oh my goodness, yes.
First of all, let's talk about Christmas. A lot of people are talking about the commercialism of Christmas and all this.
Yes.
And we did a story today, and it was these grandparents, I think they were in Northeast, the Dixons, I believe. They had a house fire or something, and they lost the toys, but they weren't talking about the house. They were talking about the toys for their 5 grandkids.
Okay. So
some first responders, they got together, bought these toys over again, right?
Hey, Elizabeth.
And is that our neighbor?
Yep.
Hey, Elizabeth. And they bought these toys. And so what you want to say at first is, oh, that's not the meaning of Christmas, the toys. That's not what they're worried about. But you have to look behind the headline. These grandparents didn't say nothing about their house. They wanted their grandbabies to have toys on Christmas morning. And they know that it's not about the toys.
Thanks,
but
Kenneth.
It is about, like, the excitement for the kids. It's about that piece for these grandparents. And it was an afterthought that they'll rebuild. Oh, they say they'll rebuild the house.
Yeah. And I mean, you know me, baby. I'm a conspiracy theorist. I'm a this, I'm a that. So for the people who say Christmas is a commercialism, I agree. I can see that.
Yeah, some people get caught up in that.
For some people say Jesus wasn't even born in December. I agree. We talked to Dad the other night. He probably said
in the summertime or something.
So August probably. It's kind of like, I think when I look at most things, there's so many of these things that we celebrate that some people call pagan and some people call this and some people call that. Dad said it best the other night when I asked him about it. What his answer is to everything is consciousness. Whatever consciousness you put around it, that's what it is. For us, it means family. It means coming together. It's not about the gifts. It's about the excitement of seeing each other. It's about spending time with each other. People say you do that every day. That's true. But for whatever reason, this is when we do it and when we come together. And so we make it special, and it means to you what you want it to mean. So,
and the gift for me becomes the outward manifestation of love. Like if love didn't hold it up, the gift wouldn't mean anything.
Exactly.
Do you know what I'm saying? So I enjoy the look on somebody's face when you physically give them something.
As Babe did this, and it's so funny because now it's a punchline, but it's a glorious punchline.
What's up, Judy? Hey, Venus.
When I lost my job in 2008, Babe got me, we had agreed that we were going to downsize on the gifts. And, I looked at my gift, and I had a book, I had some underwear or something, and then Babe got me an iPad. And I knew the financial strain we were under. And it wasn't about the iPad. It was about the way that even in this tough financial times, Babe went above and beyond. As she did this Christmas when I opened up my robe and received a Mac, which I just launched a business.
Right. The issue.
I just lost it. Right. And so the thing that.
But it's not, but again, it's not the.
No, it's
Mac.
not the. No.
It's the fact.
Yes.
And first of all, I want everybody to know that my Mac is busted and on the ground.
Yes.
Spencer.
I got Babe a Mac back in the day.
And when she was a baby, she put a dang dime or something in the hard drive case. That joker has never been the same.
Yes.
But all I'm saying that to say is that it would help you with what you do.
Well,
you're away. It would help you in your life. So it's not about the gift. But though some people will be like, oh, well, was it all about?
No. Well, the irony was I just, we just started this new business, Archer Pine. ArcherPine.com is the website, Archer and Pine. And the funny part was, when you start a new business, you have to invest your money or your sweat equity. And my partner was like looking at me working my phone and my iPad, and she said, we're going to have to get you a computer, right? I thought about it. Allison didn't know anything about this. So when I saw that computer, babe, again, it tapped into, I guess, how in tune we are with each other. And again, but it's not about that. The gift is the manifestation. And at the same time,
yes, it's not the money.
It's not the money. And at the same time, most of the time we do our thing, it could be a total of spending $200 or $300.
Wait a minute. I want you to, excuse me, babe. I want you to see what is going on here. Rocket, what is going on here? Rocket, look at Brownie. Rocket, no, he's deaf as a doornail. Rocket, no.
Just take the box. Rocket is chewing on a box. For those listening to the podcast, I just wanted,
because that was the chewing. I didn't know what it was. All right, so that's Christmas. So yeah, if you're a deadbeat mom or dad, if you're not supporting, giving love every other day of the year, and then here you come on Christmas with all these because you're trying to floss and flex. No, I get it, but if you're putting together your little pennies and you're trying to get something that might make a child smile or for Christmas, go for it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
And don't put yourself out.
Don't overspend.
Yes.
It is what it is because there's so many creative things, right?
Martin said Rocket's recycling.
Rocket is now eating half of the cardboard box. And Brownie is still like, this stinks. Anyway, okay. So let's talk about the fact. Did you want to talk about the coach?
Nah, that's okay. We can keep moving. Yeah, something better.
Well, we have
our personal stuff.
Current event. No, I mean I think it speaks to how you feel about issues. We love Terry Bradshaw.
Yeah,
we love Terry Bradshaw, but he came out today and made a comment about Mike Tomlinson. Is it Tomlinson from the Steelers?
Yeah.
But he's a legendary Steeler himself, Terry Bradshaw.
Yes.
So when he says something, his words have a lot of weight, right?
Yes, they do.
So he said what?
He basically said they asked him about Mike Tomlin, and he said he didn't think he was a great coach. No, I don't think he's a great coach. He basically said he kind of called him a cheerleader type coach, but as far as coaching and his coaching aptitude or his coaching ability, he didn't think he was a great coach. Which I think even if he felt that way, I think that was kind of classless to do that.
And the funny thing is, and you hate the fact that it always seems to go to the racial dynamic.
Yes.
Because you're like, because Terry Bradshaw had a little, in the beginning,
yes,
he was...
Terry Bradshaw from Louisiana, there's a history back before he was woke, when, the Pittsburgh Steelers did have one of the first African-American quarterbacks, and, he said something years back, and us old folks remember that, but he grew up and he became, a better person, and he learned, and... Is it
unfair that
I'm not going to say anything about race.
Okay, so that's not what came to your mind.
Candidly, it probably did, but publicly, no. I just kind of kept it in the... Maybe he just doesn't like Tomlinson, or maybe he just genuinely doesn't feel... My thing is, even if he feels that way, I just think it's kind of classless to do that, regardless of his race. I just think, it's not good to do that from a standpoint of, as a Steeler, you're a legendary Steeler, and to criticize or call a coach not that great, how uncomfortable is that? There's only been like 3 coaches of the whole damn franchise.
Yeah.
And if you look at
Andre, what did you think about his comments?
Andre says Mike is a great coach.
Right. I want to know what he thought about the comments that came down.
Yeah. I mean, and I'm a Ravens fan. I used to be a Steelers fan as a kid, and I love the Steelers. I mean, it's hard to love the Steelers and love the Ravens, but I do. And I just think it's not classy, Just like when Ray Lewis got criticism for criticizing Joe Flacco, he quickly apologizes because he said, I apologize, because he realized that I'm kind of like, it's my family,
Right. Okay.
But
waiting on to see what Andre has to say about
Andre, we're waiting on you. Hey, Lisa. Lisa said true.
And Venus said, I remember back. I remember. Okay, so let us know what you think about that. It's a little current events. Also, current events
expanding
today.
The show, aren't we, babe?
Well,
I'm also taping it for audio, so we're going to have put it on a podcast. But go ahead. Mm-hmm.
George Michael gone.
I'm going
to tell you something. 2016. Bye-bye.
We lost a lot of people.
You're going to have to get on. So George Michael, one of those artists who has, much like Bruno-Mars, right, who has the respect of like old school, like he did collabos with, I was just amazed by it. Like everybody from like Elton John to Mary J. Blige.
To Riri, yeah.
To Riri, the queen of soul. And so you just got to be like, when Aretha Franklin is trying to do a duet with you, or vice versa, whatever, and it happens, it just speaks to the, I think, respect. And that's not easy to come by.
For Aretha Franklin, Aretha does not play Aretha,
that. Right. And so...
I don't know about this, George. I don't know if you can hang with me or not.
She sound like Martin Luther King. I don't know if you can hang with me or not.
Knew you've been waiting.
That was the jam.
Knew
right?
you've been waiting for me. Oh. Okay, that's about Aretha Franklin.
So that hurt me because also, and I said this on TV now, I don't want you to get jealous.
Wow, imagine that.
Okay. Keep it together.
Somebody said cheers. Oh, yeah.
Keep it together. But there's sometimes when you have soundtracks to your life, and I remember I had just graduated from Hampton.
Oh, Lord.
And I was
let me get prepared. Go ahead.
I was trying to keep my little relationship together from college. And that album Faith was out, and so it was just like
I never heard this story. Go ahead.
So I think it was that one. It was just like he had a really sort of soulful ballad on there, and I must have played that thing 100 times.
The teacher,
probably. The teacher.
Yeah.
And so sometimes like life is just frozen in a memory, and it's usually like songs or an album or something like that. So for me, that was really fake.
So this is interesting. So Allison was in a relationship, and she wanted to keep the relationship together, and that's why the song meant something to her. I hadn't had a relationship, and I love that song because I was like, if I had a relationship, this song would be painful. Isn't that amazing?
So funny. And look where we are, babe.
Look at that.
Knew you was waiting for me.
I got her. Let me tell you something. I dreamed of Allison and got her. So my message is, you have dreams of people you want in your life. Just if you dream with them, attract them to you. Don't clutter yourself with a whole bunch of people who don't mean anything to you. Just go for the ones that mean something.
See, and my thing is you have to learn from it. Because we got there in two different ways.
Yes, we did.
But we got there together.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to go through what you got to go through.
Yeah,
for
everybody's
me, I had
on
to
their
go
path.
through that.
You just had to go through good-looking, famous guys who ended up making millions to finally settle on a guy who doesn't make millions, who maybe doesn't look as cute as they did, but he has a great heart. See how life works?
Man, what you talking about?
I, on the other hand...
Anyway, this is not this old narrative again. But so George Michael, yeah, that was sad, and it was out of the blue. And here's my message.
Favorite George Michael song?
Oh, it's got to be. Is it Teacher? Teacher? Is that it?
Yeah,
is it
someone
Faith?
please help us with that song.
No, it's I forget the
Tell
name
me
of it.
things that I need to know. That's the song.
Yeah, that's the song I'm talking about.
I know. I like that song.
But it was just so many. He had
That's
too
true.
many for me to even say. But I love that whole Faith.
Yeah.
I played that cassette out. Like, I'm talking about how the little cassette thing pops in it. You try to put it back together again. That's what I'm talking about.
And I mean, Careless Whisper almost seems like kind of weak to say, but I probably have to say Careless
And the
Whisper.
Christmas song. And you know what? Today, today it became...
Love is everything. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It became, this was George Michael's Last Christmas.
Yeah.
Last Christmas I gave you my heart.
And the very next day you gave it away. This year.
Sing, babe.
Yeah,
I gave it to someone special. And you know what? It's so funny. This is the last thing I'm going to say about George Michael, and rest in peace. I was in the store today with everybody else. And in like Express or someplace, they were playing, somebody had covered Last Christmas.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So it just speaks to, and you know, that's on the whole Muzak system.
Yeah.
It just speaks to his prevalence.
You know, that reminds me of my Gerald Levert story, babe.
What is that?
Gerald Levert, we got the news. I was in a big and tall man shop, along with other big and tall men.
Shout out to the big and tall men.
Big men, you know. We're up in there shopping. And the DJ came on and said, Gerald Levert has passed away because of, heart attack and other things. And all the big guys, we looked around and we said, it was around lunchtime. And I think we looked at each other and was like, yo, I got to do something about this weight. But it was lunchtime. And I think we all were like, after we get a pizza. And then.
Babe, how you feel about yourself right now?
We were in the big and tall man shop. Anytime you pass 2X, y'all got, I'm sorry, do you have these in 3 and 4X? What about 5? Thank you.
Anyway, so I don't know that Gerald Levert story, but I do want to say this. Y'all, get your heart checked.
Oh, you ain't lying.
Get your heart checked. I mean, get your physicals, especially the men out there.
Yes. Big and tall, especially guys. You know what we got to do. Hey, Allison.
Oh, wait, I'm trying to reconnect.
Roll it up. Let me reconnect.
See, it's like stuck.
Oh.
There we go.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Get your heart check, get your physicals.
Get your levels.
Get on your stress test, put that little thing around your stress. Because folks, and heart disease, number one killer of women. And we got to live, y'all.
It takes you out like 85% of the time your first heart attack. So guys, let's do it. Let's go, guys. Especially my big and tall guys.
2017, let's do this.
I have mine scheduled. Let's go.
Because they're saying what they say right now, inconclusively, but heart issue with George Michael. So that'll come out anyway.
And he gained weight.
Thank you for the music. Thank you for the music. Thank you for the music.
Yes. What's next, babe? What's next on the agenda?
16 and dating. So the last time we were talking, I think Sydney was about to go out on her first little date. Mm-hmm. And so she did. Nice little guy. And, so now we're in it. So what do we think?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think love is everything when you find that special one. Huh? Mm-hmm. I'm just trying to get caught up on
How do you feel?
Me, I'm good. I think babe.
I'm good. Me, I'm good.
I think
I'm good. I'm good with her dating. I'm good.
No, I think, babe. I think you mischaracterized.
Babe, well, let's talk about now. Is what I'm saying.
Brownie, let Brownie out, please, before you start barking.
I think Brownie farted.
Okay,
Skylar,
let Brownie out before.
Skylar, we're live.
Oh, hey, y'all.
Hey.
Hey, girl.
Skylar's next.
So when we're in it now?
Yes.
And you definitely.
Let me go back.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Let me go back. I think you mischaracterized it, babe. I think Babe misunderstood this whole thing about meeting the parents that I wanted to do. So anyway, after that, and I think I'm probably, as Skylar said earlier today. No, Sydney said earlier today. I guess because I deal with kids a lot, babe. I'm okay.
Father figure. Thank you very much.
I'm
Michael.
okay, babe. I'm okay. Sydney's 16. She's going to be dating. I'm okay. I just wanted to meet the parents. I know.
Okay, babe. We're past that now. I just want to know, like...
I'm fine.
Yeah, but no. I'm saying now is that now that we're in it like 2 weeks in, you see how it becomes... Like, I personally can feel that little slip away. Because we're very close, so I'm very conscious of everything. But, like, now, she'll be on the phone. Like, I was on the phone all the time. I was on the phone where I was doing this. So, if the phone disconnects, my dad pulled a cord out the wall. So, I'll talk to you later.
See?
That's how, I was on the phone.
Well, here's the thing.
So, this is what so I can feel the slip away. Like
only because, babe, of your slickness. I, on the other hand, I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the little slickness you just said.
No slickness. I'm
pull
saying
off the phone off
I'd
the
be
wall.
on the phone. I'm not supposed to be on the phone, but I'm on the phone all the time talking to my boyfriend. And so it's like, well, if the phone disconnects, I'll just talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Ladies, help me. Did anybody else do this when you had the corded phones?
Fast self. No, I'm joking. No, I look at it this way, baby. The irony is we had this conversation when these kids were babies. You remember this conversation?
I like that song, One More Try. Mm-hmm.
You remember that?
Nope.
And we said, what would happen if we walked in on a conversation on the phone, if our girls were having an inappropriate conversation? You remember this? And they were little bitty girls. And now look we have a 16-year-old. You remember what I said?
Nope.
I said, excuse me. I said I would say to them, if they were having an inappropriate conversation, I would say, is this how you want, is this how you want the boy to see you? You remember this conversation?
Man, we done had 1,600 conversations.
Yeah, no, I remember.
I
I basically said, unless it's your boyfriend, and even with your boyfriend, that's dangerous to do. But having those kind of conversations with guys is dangerous because guys lie on you anyway. So if you have these kind of conversations on the phone, they'll put you in the box as a certain type of girl, and they'll talk to you about that. They'll talk to you that way. And I said, when they're that age and that happened, I will be honest with them. I'll be candid with them. Blase, blase, blase. So now we're at that point, and that's what I will be with my daughters, babe.
Okay. So let me ask you the question one more time.
Yes.
How do you feel about the fact that there's going to be a little guys taking some of their attention away?
I'm fine. It's a part of life. I'm cool with that. I keep it real with my daughters. I keep it candid with the gentlemen. I will meet their parents and meet them. And, go from there. I'm okay. They have to learn the lessons. I had a great conversation with my friend Stan. Shout out to Stan. I had a great conversation because he's absolutely right. There's nothing we can, at this point, this is all the stuff we taught our kids. You teach your kids, you raise them a certain way, and this is when they have to learn. Sure, we would love them not to get hurt. Sure, we would love them not to make mistakes. But they have to go.
Some people don't want their kids to date and stuff.
They have to go through the process. But we've instilled with them we've instilled in them the information they need to make good choices. Now we just have to trust them to make those good choices.
Amen.
And learn from those choices that are not great.
Amen to that.
And I'm fine with that.
Okay, then.
And you? What about you?
Well, I'm just like, what's going on all the time? How are you doing? What's blah, blah, blah? Because I want them to know that they can talk to me. Trying to find the balance between that and being overbearing and worried about it, because you just really do see, like, the kids were in the mommy and daddy bubble. They're in the bubble where we're like, they want to go out with us. Hey, can we go see a movie?
Yeah.
Now it's like, hey, can I go see a movie with so-and-so? And you're just like, do you want me to go to the movies? But we used to always go to the movies together.
That's more you than me.
Right. So
I'm
now,
one thing I will say though is I will choke a MFer to death if you hurt my daughters. That's one thing I.
Oh, we gonna tag team on them.
If you raise a finger to any of my daughters,
try to speak harshly.
It will be over.
Try to ball somebody. So try to tell them what.
That's it.
Please do it.
No, don't say do it.
Please
no, don't do it. Don't bring it to. You don't attract this to you. I'm just saying. Anyway. All right, what's next?
So that is true. I think that's it, babe. That's on our little agenda.
Okay.
Would you like to see what else is going on with what our folks?
Anybody have any questions,
babe? Okay. Okay. You're doing good on that little roll up.
I was just trying to roll it up to get caught up. Anybody have any questions?
Babe, but you going through like 100 comments. Oh Lord.
You get what you advertise.
Right. You're talking about what you're on the phone with, and that is the one thing I'm like.
They do. I caught my 16-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
Kimberly, good advice, Dad. Thanks, Sheila.
Yeah.
Yes. See, if you guys don't know, I did not date until I was like 19. I didn't go through this process. So it wasn't because I could not date. I just didn't. And so I didn't have any of the drama that came with that. I never got my heart broken. I never was in any crazy situations. So
wait a minute, read Iris's comment. That's a good one.
I agree. You've been the twig
in one direction.
You have done a wonderful job. I think you. Oh well, kind of fast. I think Iris. You have anything to worry about. Thanks, Iris. Stephanie said, "LOL." Mm-hmm. Beverly said, "Bail money. Put it to the side." Beverly, my mama told me, if you go to jail, don't call me. That's what mother told me. I have 3 daughters and feel the same.
Yeah.
Dad's right. You've already instilled the values in them. It's up to them to follow them now.
That's true.
Be open, honest. I'm down. I'm always open, honest. Perception is another person's reality.
The only thing I will say about it is...
Wait, hold on. Dad, how do you deal with the attention your wife receives from guys on a daily basis? I'm fine with it.
Who are you talking about, me?
Yeah. She's beautiful. My wife, I just have an amazing wife, and I understand. There's no problem.
Nice, babe. Thank you.
There's no problem. I mean, babe, this is how I look at it. Babe we're in Washington, D.C., and my wife's on television, and millions of people see her every day.
Or at least hundreds.
Hundreds of millions.
Hundreds.
And if Allison doesn't want me anymore, I just tell her, just tell me you don't want me anymore. And I can't do anything, but, if she doesn't, I can't,
You know Big C in Baltimore?
Big C, of course.
Hey, Big C.
Big C. All right,
the
boys.
Miss Big C.
I miss Big C. The boys.
Here's what I will say. Here's the only thing I will say about what you said.
What?
And about what our wonderful
about what?
Facebook friend said. Yes, we have taught them everything.
Yes.
But now comes the real deal. Like, you teach them, don't fall for the okie doke. Somebody kissing on your neck, and the next thing you know, right? Don't, Skylar, you hear me? Until you're in the real situation, now it's like, oh, what happened? And yes, it's instilled in you, but the real test comes.
Young Jameson said, you can always come to him.
The real test comes.
Watch out, Young. You are young.
The real, huh?
Young Jameson, she said, you can come to him.
What am I doing? For advice?
No. It means you can go with him.
What you get to say, babe? Handle this, babe.
He is young.
Handle this, babe.
Go ahead.
What you gonna say, babe?
What, Jameson? Pipe down. Go ahead.
Okay. But what I'm saying is, you just hope that they do remember.
Yes.
And so it's an ongoing thing. It's not enough to just be like, well, I taught her everything. I said say this. I said don't let nobody speak to you a certain way. I said take your time. I said when you're really in the situation, that's when you got to keep the lines of communication open. So yes, we taught them everything, and we hope that they use those principles. But you need a constant line of communication is open, in my opinion.
Well, I say
a refresher, because now it's happening for real.
Well, I will say this about relationships.
And that's the difference. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about.
Relationships and marriages and relationships with your friends and with your kids. I definitely think that, we have a family dynamic that's very connected. Even though I work in New York or whatever, we're very connected. And so I think that part is crucial, because when you lose the connection, I think that's when problems happen in relationships and with your kids. Right. There's a connection.
That's what I'm talking
about. When
you
have a connection, you pretty much know. I know when Allison ain't feeling me or ain't feeling whatever, or she's in a mood or doesn't feel well. I know that. She doesn't have to say anything. It's the same thing with your kids. If your kids are distant and you don't have a connection, that's when all the stuff jumps out. Usually, when something's going on with somebody, again, if you're connected,
we love you too,
then
Kelly.
you always feel it. And I think that's the thing people... Now, some people, like, I think Alice and I, we are connectors. I think we're like that kind of, I think, overall with everybody. Mm-hmm. So, like, at work or whatever, I pretty much get a vibe when someone's not feeling or someone's being distant or someone doesn't want to talk, you know? I think that's one of our gifts, you know?
Alvin, don't be a jerk.
And so...
You need to log off.
What's he saying?
You know, just being a jerk.
Okay. So I think, you know, that's another part that I think that's always going on with our family. We're very connected. And I think that's something that's, you know, for parents, you know, you're connected with your kids. You kind of know.
You got it.
And like you said, baby, even if you start feeling a distance thing, yeah, that's when the flag does kind of come up. When you're like, okay, and maybe, you know, here we go. So maybe that's what happens. Damn. Lyles has 5 daughters.
Wow.
and not smiley faces.
Right.
So you're trying to, you know, you just want that connection.
And you keep the lines open.
Yeah.
Keep the lines open.
Yeah.
We can do this. We can do this together, babe.
With the kids?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. I have no doubt.
We got this.
I have no doubt. Okay, Brownie, get that.
Right. Oh, Brownie. Okay, so I think that was what I had on our agenda this evening. Folks can get back to what they're doing. What time is it? 7 o'clock?
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Alvin, little chipmunk going in on Alvin. Yeah, Alvin, don't be a jerk. We don't have space for it. This is not the forum. He's being fresh with the girls.
Our girls?
Mm-hmm.
What? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that kind of party.
We'll, yeah.
Okay.
So, anyway, y'all don't have to, I appreciate, I love it. I love when, so you do one of these or you talk about whatever, and then there'll be a jerk on it, and then people who, because we love y'all. We love the people who have been with us in this journey. And so then you'll see, like, them go after somebody, so yes. I don't really have to do it because I don't have to step out of my face. And no. Yeah, Alvin, go away.
Someone had a question, babe. They said, what if you have a partner who will not talk?
So we're trying to discipline, and then, yeah, that's a problem.
Or I think in general.
Right.
A partner who will not talk.
You know what? It's like, but my thing is this. It's kind of like, gosh, you probably knew it, right? Don't you think so? Like, I probably wouldn't have gotten to... I probably would. We wouldn't have a successful relationship if you weren't a communicator from the beginning. And I think people think that people are going to change, maybe,
yes,
and be more open. So I just say that the only way to really combat that is just, hi, cousin Wallace. The only way to combat it is just be like, I need you to help me in this. Yeah. Like, I need the energy from both of us, because what a blessing to have. If you have 2 parents in your life, then it's just double the advice, double the viewpoint, double the love, and it's different. You come to things differently. So I would just encourage you to talk to your partner and be like, I need you in this. Like, I don't want to do this alone. We created this life, and this life is thriving and growing. Help me do this. I need you to help me.
Yeah, Catherine,
that's all you can do, because you can't force somebody. But you know what? I think sometimes people weren't raised with it themselves, or they got bad advice from a parent, or their parent wasn't open, and so they don't really know how to communicate and to share. And so maybe a conversation, like if I thought that you were closed, and you say, oh, well, they're girls, I can't really help you with the girls. But I said, but I need you, because you're bringing the male energy, and you can tell them something I can't tell them. Can you please help me with this? Yeah. That's really all you can do, right?
Yeah. Kathy Lynn, I think, I agree. I think don't criticize. I think
you
of
don't
ways.
Know what it is, what's going on.
Yeah, I wouldn't definitely don't criticize. Don't do anything that draws a person away. Like Allison said, I think that part, I need you, is very powerful. Or say, I don't understand. I know you've maybe never talked a lot, honey.
I know you maybe didn't have this in your life.
But
or maybe you had it and it wasn't good advice.
Tell me what you're thinking. Put me put me inside your head. Talk to me as if I am you. Right. I mean, it's kind of like, lately I've been telling Allison that, like, I'm going to tell you something that I would tell myself, so don't judge it. It's just candidly expressing whatever. And then have that, maybe do the same thing with the person who won't talk. Yeah. And then ask, is there anything I can, is it me? Why aren't we talking? You know,
and if we can't talk, then can you talk to, and then maybe we'll all sit down and talk or make it comfortable and easy. But it's like you never know what somebody's coming from.
Yeah, what can I do? What kind of, do we need to get counseling? You know, or do you just know the person? So I just don't have anything to say. Right.
Have you outgrown each other? I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot, but you need. I mean, for me, like having you, that it's a pure sounding board listener. Hey, I need some advice on this, or I just need you to listen, or whatever. So if you have found somebody in your life that can be that person, work on it because it's worth it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I would like Babe said, just say, look, be candid with me. You know, why I need you. You know, please say something to me.
I guess some people also feel like, hey, I'm a provider that's doing enough, kind of an old-fashioned way.
And that's how some people were raised.
Or
some people feel like talking doesn't do anything. They're more action than talking. You know.
Right.
All right.
Thanks for the question.
Sorry, we got to work on our answers.
Well, you asked. Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's another.
That's my wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need a TV show.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Okay.
Oh, that's nice. Wani Pooh, thanks so much.
Yay.
We appreciate that.
Okay, I'm trying to make sure there's nothing. I can't really. Do you see anything, babe?
Follow the word as I know you do when you train up your children the way,
train
they
them
will
up.
not depart from it. That's true. That's what we got. I think that's getting kind of fading out with the generation. We kind of the most wild person had some type of connection.
Right.
You know.
Right. Yes, Andre, tell somebody. Let's get Mark back on WHUR. Okay,
That's
what's
wrong.
Monique say? So my dad died when I was a kid. Go back to Monique.
And I definitely had a void and dated absolutely wrong. I love how you parent and how the girls see how you both still date and love each other as much as they need.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
I'm so appreciative to see you, Mark,
with the
girls. Thanks so much, Monique. I appreciate that, dear.
And it's a work in progress. We don't have all these answers, but we're on here and we're trying to, we're trying to let you know that it's just a work in progress.
Yeah.
I've never had, of course, Sydney is our oldest, so I'm trying, and all three of them are so different.
They are different.
Do you know what I mean? So just because Sydney is going to be a certain way and wants to, is excited to go into the movies with the little fella and all of this, Skylar might not be right away, and then maybe, who knows? So, but it's the journey, and it's fun, and it's keeping me. I feel young. You know what I mean? Like I feel when somebody's like, "Oh, you're 50," I saw whatever. I'm like, "Who are you talking about?" Do you know what I mean?
And you, ma'am.
Oh, and look, I'm excited. I'm happy to be 50. There's no shame in this, but I'm just saying it doesn't
takes a village.
Feel like that, and I think the kids. Doing that thing where he rubs his butt on the.
Okay, babe, that's the cue. Let's wrap it up.
What if you're both stubborn? Yeah.
Sometimes Aries can be really stubborn, but you just have to.
Sometimes Aries, and I am Aries. You just gotta love enough to be like, let's just stop for a second. You know what I mean? Let's just stop, bring it down, because. Yeah, and I asked you to be honest, Skylar.
Brownie.
Somebody let Brownie out. Why is Brownie always?
I'm curious what you're going to talk about now.
No, I'm just saying. What if people are both stubborn? What is going to happen if you are? And I asked you that question when we were in our last. Yes, you
did in her man voice.
We were in a disagreement.
It goes down.
Come here.